How does this sound? How does this sound? Yeah, so my voice sounds good? Fuck yes. Okay, gonna loop you guys in now.
Alright, hold up. Let me.
So my voice sounds good?
Okay, gonna loop you guys now.
Okay. You guys good? Who is watching on their phone?
Perhaps.
It is echoing.
Yeah. Who is
Where is
watching on their phone?
I turned it off.
Okay.
Where?
It's on my YouTube, homie.
I'm on your YouTube. It's
No,
not here.
you ain't. Refresh your page.
I see it, so you just dumb.
Bro.
Like shit.
Oh,
Bro,
damn.
you
I
remind
ain't
me of,
dumb
like,
if I can see it. Shit.
yo, there's 2 people watching. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm 3 of them.
I need 3 of them.
Gonna pull up a wallpaper really. Actually, I prefer Bing.
Can I pin shit in chat? Is that a thing?
You should be able to.
Can I though?
I don't care what you do. Just as
Okay.
long as it's, you know, an endeavor. How do you spell endeavor?
New recruitment
I-
strat.
Just kidding.
It's E. Thank you.
Endeavor.
Oh.
What happened to my music, bro? Someone broke it.
You just don't.
Where's the thing I copy paste into the comments?
It, I don't know. Oh, there it goes.
I'm asking Alex.
Hunter, you
What?
can mute yourself now.
Send me that one thing I was supposed to put in the comments.
I don't got it.
Bruh.
Yo, Alex, is the music a little quiet?
What?
Music, is it a little quiet?
I ain't listening. Hold up. Where am I? Fuck. Never mind. What?
Bro. Wow.
Wow.
Turn the Waluigi.
Okay.
That shit was loud as hell. Okay, bye,
Oh
Hunter.
god.
Bye bye, homie.
You're gonna see me in a black screen.
From
that's
user
fine.
Alex.
I'm breaking everything apparently.
The music's gone,
I
and you hella tiny.
Thanks.
Bro, where is it at?
Alright.
No, but your screen's like, it's like halfway.
What?
Your face cam.
What's wrong with my face cam?
Oh no, I forgot.
Where the fuck did you send it at?
What are you talking about? Oh, why am I doing? Oh. That's not good. Here, have a pretty spaceship.
Okay.
Let's open Spotify. Actually, get this to actually. Here, have some more music really quick. Are you gonna be the singer for this stream here?
Where'd Hunter go?
I don't know. It's Hunter. Actually, yeah, I need someone with high energy. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. Let's start. With this.
Get lost inside my.
All right. Can I? Oh, more people are joining.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, don't ask. I'm back.
Why is everyone listening to the what? Hold up. Wait, am I tripping?
So
Yeah,
what?
I am. No,
So
I've heard.
I'm confused.
Good.
I don't. Interesting.
What?
So apparently, I can't just capture one window. Oh wait. Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. This is why I don't like OBS.
And don't. Oh. Fuck.
Are you good?
No. Yes.
No.
Where did? No, it's gonna keep doing that. Alright, we're just gonna get started. Do I sound okay and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I am listening.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there I am. Oh wait, are you listening to 2 Spotify's right now?
Mm-hmm.
Man, fuck.
What does this do? No. You should not be.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, you ain't listening.
Wait, Alex, are you listening?
Nope.
Who's listening right now?
I think I might be.
Do you hear the 2 different? It's like double music going on.
Discord mutes most of it, but I hear like overlapping shit.
It's
Yeah,
really
that's
loud. That's for damn sure.
Okay, so What about now?
Really loud.
What about now?
I don't know. You gotta give me a couple minutes.
You gotta let his mind process.
You should not hear any music. All
Oh,
you
the
should hear is
music's
my voice.
gone.
Here's my voice. Sorry, what? Sorry, what?
The music's gone.
Okay, good. Okay,
The
good.
music's gone.
It's just not there.
It just said no. I am up.
What about now? What about now?
Hold up. I hear it, but it's like quiet.
Like, does it overlap my voice now?
Mm.
Testing. Testing. Also, I probably should be monitoring my chat.
You don't got no chat. Oh yeah, you do. Bro said buffering.
Buffering
Okay.
emoji.
Okay. So what? Okay. For now, until I figure out what I'm gonna do with my computer. You going.
Okay.
Yo.
Ow. Here, you guys can just look at. Why does it not show my
Uh-huh.
my projects? I guess you guys can just. Hold on. I got an idea.
I hate when that happens.
A lot of things on my. These guys can look at a new screenshot I got today. There you go.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo. That's lit.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Smooth.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Properties. Does it not capture like a photo? Oh. Oh, ha, there we go. I fixed something.
I did the motherfucking thing in the chat.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now,
Wait, is it-
hopefully,
Oh shit, okay.
Make me admin.
you are. You need to post on my chat.
I
Don't
did.
make him admin.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I did not control this disconnect.
I honestly don't think he
because it
deserves
doesn't
that.
like you. No, I don't have any chats by you, Alex. Post again.
Oh fuck.
Whoa.
Colby, did you ban him?
When?
You fucker.
I don't know.
Did you
but-
ban me?
I didn't even know you could ban him.
Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your. I know all that. YouTube, thanks.
Well, if I knew I could ban him, I'd already ban him.
Well, now you know you can ban me.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's figure this out. Holy crap! I have a lot of people.
Oh,
There's like
how many?
4.
A lot.
There's 4. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Alex, go ahead and send me your YouTube thing.
The fuck? Then why can't bro
wait.
post in it?
Cause I don't know. Hold on. Did you post in it again?
Yes. I can post it a 3rd time.
I am not seeing anything by you.
There, put the YouTube emoji there.
Oh, there you go.
Can you just not see my message?
No, but now you're.
Oh, maybe because there's a link in it.
Oh my.
It doesn't matter. I don't have it set up to matter. I don't think it.
I think it's because I have a link in it.
Colby, try to post a link.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, yeah, because it just automatically deletes the messages. Here, watch this.
Interesting.
Watch this.
I'll
Watch
have
this.
to.
Can you see that?
I got this.
No, I don't.
Well, it's there. What?
Yeah, I can post the link.
What? Maybe because you're an admin.
Oh wait, there you go, Alex.
Well, you are too.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
How can you pin it,
You don't.
bruh? You know, just keep that safe.
I could put you in timeout. Okay, let's go and get this started. Uh-oh, someone say something.
Huh?
Okay,
Bruh.
we're good.
Motherfucking horse meat.
What?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another SCRP podcast. I should really put the shield of SCRP in the welcome screen whenever I do this. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, tonight I am joined here by Colby, Alex, and Storm. You gentlemen want to say hello?
What's up?
Hi.
What's poppin'?
Oh, it's popping.
Okay.
Brand new whip.
Let me whip this one.
New whip.
Got options.
Cool whip. Okay. Anyway. Tonight we are talking about science fiction. Gonna be
And cool.
and Cool Whip apparently. I don't know.
Cool whip?
Continue.
Is it cool
Cool
whip or cool whip?
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Anyway.
Oh.
We have officially been up for 4 minutes apparently.
That's up for debate.
Epic.
Actually 13 minutes. I don't know what. Oh. YouTube is fancy. Okay. So for tonight, again, I'm not sure how this is gonna work because I said so. No. But we are going to go ahead and switch to a non-science fiction-y. Actually, let me take that back. I can get a science fiction-y thing.
What does that mean?
A wallpaper, not a wallpaper. An image.
What that means?
Oh.
What that mean, though?
What that means?
I'm gonna switch over if I get bored from staring at the same picture. I might switch over to Farm Sim. See how that
You should
goes.
What if you were to
off.
make a slideshow of a bunch of screenshots from RP?
Oh, from where?
Oh.
5
Oh.
All of them.
I was going through,
Go to the ones I posted in the pictures from RP.
I could.
Just make a slideshow that goes
what
in
just
every
happened?
30 seconds it rotates.
Yeah.
I could. I'd have to set that up the main. Beforehand. Where did? Is it no? Is it Spotify? Oh, Spotify.
Alex,
What?
I was looking through
Ugh.
my old Xbox pics. And I found a
Right.
bunch of RP pictures from 2018 and all that.
Yo,
Yeah.
the
2
good old
years
days.
ago.
The good old days.
Bruh.
I need to upload them and send them, cause I was looking through. I'm like, whoa.
Okay. Can you guys hear the music on YouTube?
My exact reaction.
I ain't even see nothing.
What YouTube?
I'm blind.
Or YouTube.
No, I think let me see.
Why YouTube?
What did I just do?
Uh,
I broke it.
Fuck is a YouTube?
Oh, that's a good question.
I just saw a picture of an SUV and then it's just gone.
Okay, cool. So that did kind of
It's
work.
gone.
It's just gone.
There you go. Let's move my lovely picture a little. Make it really tiny.
Sam, why aren't you bigger? You're just like chilling in the corner.
Wow. Okay.
Why are you moving?
Just chilling in the corner.
It's moving.
Oh, you're so. Bruh.
Okay. That should work.
Mhm.
Alright, oh. Okay. Alright, so while we figure out what Sam's gonna do while we talk, I just spoke in third person.
Huh?
Let's go ahead and introduce science. You good, bro?
Yeah.
You sure?
Died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not making fun of you, Storm, I promise.
Okay.
There it is. What is science fiction? The first thing you think of the first thing you think of when you hear science fiction, go.
Aliens.
Aliens and shit.
Aliens and shit. Okay.
Aliens.
Storm?
Yeah.
Aliens. Yeah, go Venus right there.
Star Wars or Mass Effect, generally.
Massive. I didn't even think about Mars Effect. Okay.
Mars Effect.
Isn't that
I
what you
said
just
Mass
said?
Effect.
Mars effect.
Not Mars Effect, Mass Effect.
Oh.
Games.
No, I know. Yeah.
Mars Effect is gonna be a new DLC for Mass Effect, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding.
That Mass Effect is dead. They killed the freaking game studio. What are you talking about?
They're gonna revive it, okay?
Man, that would be pretty dope if we could revive it single-handedly.
Right? Just the four of us. Okay.
Mm.
Back on topic. For me, I think of Star Wars and Star Trek mostly, which is why there's a big spaceship on my screen. I grew up on Star Trek, or I grew up on Star Wars, both. It feels so weird saying I grew up, because now I can actually say that, and like, anyway. I grew up on Star Trek, you know, I watched Star Trek to actually get through some hard times, and it was really cool. Now, there are a lot of dudes in the channel right now. I don't think there's any ladies, unless Brit just popped in and stayed silent.
The boys.
Okay.
Boys channel.
We tend to think of the lady aliens, no?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What about 'em?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just what we
Yeah,
think about.
I think of Asari a lot of the time.
There it is. I rest my case. Ladies, it'll probably either be the same or different for you guys. Or ladies, don't sue me, YouTube. Anyway. So really, with a show like with a science fiction show, we tend to get attached to the characters. Like Star Wars, everybody loved Yoda.
Oh yeah, you can't hate Yoda.
Most people loved Yoda.
Most people.
Did you
Storm,
not?
You sound like you have hate.
I know. I've
He
heard
has like a
few
personal
people that
vendetta
just
against Yoda.
absolutely hate Yoda, like with a passion. But
I
Why?
have
Other
vendetta
people that-
against him.
probably I think it's something to do with his speech pattern and just how
Yeah, you
I-
can't
you
understand that.
cannot.
That's kind of whack.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so
I annoy the crap out of you.
annoy the crap out of you, I do. So who is your favorite character then?
Out of Star Wars,
Yeah.
it's sort of come around a long way. I used to love Han Solo because I watched Indiana Jones a lot as a kid. So Harrison Ford was a good big I liked Harrison Ford a fair bit. But after watching Clone Wars recently, I've watched the entire series of Clone Wars, and Ahsoka Tano has become my favorite Star Wars character of all time since then.
Okay.
She's just the best.
I'm gonna cut you off by saying I love her sass.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And I think I'm starting to love the characters in Star Wars that aren't fully one side or the other.
Mhm.
Because Obi-Wan Kenobi is a fantastic example of that. like Obi-Wan's not a full-on Jedi yet. He is. Like his the way he goes around things is a bit more middle, like grey.
Okay.
There's a bit more, and he has a lot more to offer in that respect as well, because he's a bit more grey Jedi in that respect. So yeah, so is Ahsoka. Like she's prone to bouts of anger and actual emotion, which is good. I quite like that.
So let me, Alice, Colby, what are your thoughts on Star Wars? Do you have any favorite characters?
We had to do like the whole analyzing thing on Star Wars like last year. And I mean, Yoda's got to be my favorite. It's Yoda. I have no like argument for that. It's just Yoda.
Okay. Why?
Why what?
Why is Yoda your favorite?
Yeah, for real.
I already stated.
You had no reason.
He said he was kind of dope.
But
I
why
kind of
is he
agree.
kind of dope?
I don't know.
Just because.
Little homie.
I mean, movie Yoda is
Thank
not
you.
as cool as Clone Wars Yoda in the end as well. Like,
That's
you barely
true.
see anything of movie Yoda. He's just either an old dude that lives in a swamp or an inefficient leader of the Jedi Council. But Clone Wars has been such a fantastic series as it opened up a lot of the Star Wars lore and given it a lot more depth.
Oh, who just left?
Hunter.
No, it's left.
Nah,
Who
it's
left?
just Hunter.
What?
It's just Hunter.
Hunter left.
There.
We're back. We're back.
We never left. We're good.
We good?
Spotify ad. Don't mind the ads. Not sponsored by Spotify. Hey guys, Dragon, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
But we are sponsored by SCRP Community.
We
A
are.
professional and legit RP community on Xbox One. Apply today.
Just take my plug.
Oh.
Plug.
Not that kind of plug.
It is a
Anyway.
Hit up the plug. Is that what you saying?
Colby, why do you think Yoda is so dope besides him being small?
He reminds me of like a little green dude.
Enjoy the certified Vegas beef brand available.
That's not answering my question.
Yeah, dude,
Ice Dragon, I'm doing well. Tonight we're covering science fiction and everything that comes across in our minds. Right now we're discussing our favorite characters in Star Wars. So if you have a favorite character, please feel free to listen. We won't analyze, but we'll try to find out why.
Well, if you'd like to share your favorite character, that'd be appreciated as well.
That's literally what I just said.
Who's on this podcast?
What'd you say, Storm? Storm said something.
With like everything he says, say it again just differently.
Good God. Okay, moving on from these sirens.
I mean, I guess a good question to ask would be, does anyone have a science fiction franchise that is not Star Wars or Star Trek that they just love to bits?
Star Wars.
Other than
That's
Star
not-
Trek, for goodness sake.
Dumbass.
Thank you.
Battlestar Galactica was actually kind of cool.
I've heard about it, but I've never watched it.
It's
Like,
it's
what's
really
it?
corny, but it's really kind of cool. Storm, you had mentioned Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass
Tell-
Effect.
Tell us about it.
What, me?
Yeah, I assume you're the only Storm here.
No,
but-
got behind you.
Joke. I didn't hear the word storm. Anyway,
okay.
yeah. Well, I played Mass Effect 2 was my first one, I think. I didn't actually know what the hell was going on at the start, but after, I think I played the Mass Effect series 3 times from start to finish. That's all 3 games of the trilogy. And just the world that it's set in is one of the best out there, I reckon. Just the world building up until the very last fucking 5 minutes that very much just about killed it. A lot of people don't count Andromeda as part of the series, and I don't really, because it's the Shepard trilogy that people care about, not the Andromeda one, because that flopped, and then I think it's pretty much been killed by EA, so it's never going to come back. Although I may be wrong, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the Shepard trilogy of Mass Effect. It's, you know, the species that make up the galaxy, the places that you can go, and what's happening around the actual main story of the Reapers. I think is what makes Mass Effect that good of a series.
Ice Dragon actually owns all the Mass Effect games for PS3.
I have them all on the Xbox One, actually. I could probably go and play them right now if I really wanted to, but I'm sitting here playing Civ instead. But yeah, all three games, like, they're not, as part of gameplay, they're okay. The role-playing aspect is fantastic, but I think it's the characters that you meet and the way that you can build your own Shepard to be sort of your extension is what makes Mass Effect that good in my eyes.
That was really that. Okay. Now that you know, Mass Effect is a video game franchise, correct? Or not franchise,
Yes.
but series.
Well, I think it does have comics and
I think it has like books.
yeah, book series similar to Halo.
Right. So actually, Halo's gonna bring up a good point. Halo's one of my other favorites.
That was a good game series, for goodness sake.
Here's a good question for all you guys. Unless Storm, did you have something else you were gonna say?
No, go right ahead.
Here's a good question for all of you. I assume you guys have all seen like science fiction shows and everything.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that TV shows and video games do science fiction different, or is it kind of the same general thing? And if you think they're different, which one is better?
Right?
Yeah, elaborate on that.
Star Trek. They have a couple videos for video games. Or videos for video games. What?
So I kind of get what you mean. Continue though. Who's about to talk?
Storm good.
They do it differently. I think when it comes to TV series, they have things already established. But a lot of video games, they're not so well established because a lot of video games, a lot of the time, I think, are doing new IPs. So they're not. So it's not like a. It's not like a TV series that is already well established. It's starting to make its own new thing. A lot of TV series and sci-fi these days are rehashing old stuff, like obviously Clone Wars isn't a good example of that. Like there's been Halo little movies, stuff like that, but it's not making its own new world. But a lot of sci-fi video games. And again, it depends on what you consider sci-fi. Like, do you consider sci-fi purely Mass Effect and Halo type franchises, or do you consider stuff like Borderlands and maybe Cyberpunk to be sci-fi as well?
I'm gonna cut you off. Does someone have really intense background noise going on?
Is that my echo?
No, that's Alex.
That's out.
What the
Okay.
fuck? How?
I don't know, but
I can fix.
please.
Please speak.
Fixed.
Okay, Storm, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was just my question was, do you consider like Borderlands and Cyberpunk and stuff like that? Do you consider that to be sci-fi as well?
Cyberpunk, definitely.
Yeah.
That's like 100%.
Yes and no.
Elaborate.
Personally, I don't think like zombies are science fiction.
I think that's more of, depending on the setting, it could be realistic fiction.
Okay.
But
yeah,
at the same
true.
time, well, because it's set in a more like modern setting, but at the same time, it's something that wouldn't actually happen. So that's where the fiction plays in. You know what I mean? It's not like the
Right.
full
Yeah.
definition of realistic fiction, but it's borderline.
Right.
Because it's definitely, it could be considered like fantasy because it's something that like completely, well, not completely. I don't know. Okay,
Very much
continue.
out of the realms of reality.
It's pretty out of the realms of reality in sense of the comic book zombies.
Another, Ice Dragon just brought up the point. Yeah, I would like to say TV shows would be better just because of the opportunities between games and TV shows. Like it also could be either or they both good, but also for sci-fi movies as well. Yes. Excuse me. For just basing off TV shows really quick, I feel like TV shows have an opportunity as much more than video games to try to expand on a story or an adventure or a disease or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
'cause-
the
continue.
TV. Oh, sorry for cutting you off.
No,
but
no,
the
it's good.
TV shows can focus much more on a story than a video game can, because you cannot focus on a story in a video game without also having a good gameplay behind it.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
Right.
The Last of Us is a great example of that. I know a lot of people absolutely love The Last of Us, but I absolutely hate playing The Last of Us. Watching it's fantastic, but playing it sucks because it just doesn't feel good to play. However, the story behind it is fantastic. At least the first one. The second one is divisive with a lot of people, and I'm not going to get into that. But the Last of Us is a good example of the fact that I think it would have been a much better TV series, The Last of Us, than a video game.
Yeah, they very well could turn that into a TV series, because TV series, they're nicer than the movies, because you can expand on it. Like you can, it's like as long a movie as you want it to be, but it's just split up in different episodes, in different seasons, that type of stuff. Like you can continue that on for as long as the show will run. In all reality.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a point at which the show gets cut off of like whatever
True.
channel it's on. Like they need room for another show, something that's gonna get them more money. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
sometimes
Now,
more viewers. Like if there's not enough viewers on that show, then it's not needed.
I says, and you really can't focus on the story of video games because you have to have the Oh, you have to go for the objective, and if you're just watching a TV show, you could actually think back and take in all the details at once.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
another good point too.
Now
Yeah.
movies. Sorry, Colby, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just agreeing. Continue. Go ahead.
Movies, I don't really like them having a sci-fi thing. You know, the Terminator was cool, the Star Trek movies were cool, but both of the series, I feel like in movies alone, could have spent much more time in expanding the detail like it did on the show. Terminator didn't have a show, but I feel like they're both lacking. I feel like movies really lack in details. They mostly focus on the story. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the thing is with movies, you have to be able to tell a lot of things really quickly. You have to be able to expand on a lot of points really quickly and in very clever ways. So in some ways, you can actually you can theoretically get a better movie than a TV show, I reckon. But it's a lot more difficult. It's almost like hard mode, really.
True.
You know, you can theoretically have better movies than you can ever have a TV show. But yeah, it just takes. It's going to be much more difficult because you have to be very clever in how you present things to the audience. Meanwhile, on a TV show, you don't have to be so creative. You can just tell them over time. But I guess the point of a TV show compared to a movie is how you keep people's attention for so long.
True.
Because a lot of people, I know, watching TV shows, I have to come back to them every now and again because it just gets to the point where you're just going, oh, okay, I've watched like 6 episodes of that. I'm gonna like go watch something else because I've got to get it off my mind for a little while. Yeah. But with a movie, you get that 2 hours, and then you can think back on it later, but you can go do something else for a while. With TV shows, if you watch 2 episodes and then go away, there's always going to be that thought of, well, what have I missed? Like, have I missed something? When do you go back? I don't even know where I'm going with this, but yeah.
No, I get what you mean. Now I do know that movie producers, you know, they try their best to get Hey, that actually worked. They try their best to keep people entertained. They do their best, focus on the story. But I'll say, even from previous experience, it is extremely difficult. TV shows, like the one I'm working through myself, the producer and his team have to work extremely hard to come up with the next episode within a night or so. They just don't have that time as much as you do like in one movie where they have all this time to prepare. You put out a pilot of TV show, people love it. You have to start coming out with episodes like that. And I feel like once you start getting drained from doing that, that's when sci-fi shows really start slowing down.
Actually, a fantastic example of that. I was watching Film Theory, I think, on YouTube with Matt Pat, and he was talking about how the creators of Rick and Morty are starting to show through through the episodes that they show on in Rick and Morty how they're getting tired of having to pander to such a diverse group of people all the time. And the fact is they've got a lot of stories that they can tell, but they can't just tell a story anymore. They've got to be able to make it as good or better than the last one, which is which is draining to you, because you go from you get one season done, and then it starts playing, and then people start loving it, and you've got to go again, and you've got to then go again and again, and if you don't, you get really get in what's the word? You get like
bored?
No, not bored. Like, people abuse you if you don't get that right. Like, you can. I think a lot of people that are in that fandom of Rick and Morty are very loyal fans, but the problem with being such loyal fans is they just shit can the poor producers whenever they don't get something perfectly correct. So yeah, I think that's another thing that comes into play when it comes to TV shows as well, is when do you finish the story? With a movie, you finish it at the end, but do you finish the story of a TV show when do you do it? That's another thing to keep in mind.
Alex and Colby, do y'all have any thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add on to that.
No.
No? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of. I almost rolled away in my chair, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to kind of switch sides here. Favorite sci-fi vehicles? Vehicles, cars, ships, planes, I guess, jets, whatever. What are you guys'? Mine is what's on the screen right now, but that's just personal bias.
It's difficult because there's games like there's video games where you can create your own ships. Like, some people's favorite sci-fi ships might be the ship that they made that took them 6 hours in Space Engineers per se.
That's true.
But I think just out of canon stuff, gotta say I do love the Halo Warthog. I think even though it's not a spaceship or anything, but the Halo Warthog is just freaking cool.
Yeah, it's unique in its own ways. Like you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just freaking cool. I just love the Halo Warthog, and the fact that the ones with the Gauss cannon especially, are just absolutely awesome. Absolutely freaking cool.
Now the Warthogs. Wow.
Warthog?
Yeah. The Warthog has undergone some, different versions from Halo 1 to whatever the latest game was. They become sleeker, they become faster. So what would your favorite version be?
I think it just comes down to what's your favorite game, really.
Fair.
Fair. I think out of enjoyment out of Halo, I've probably most enjoyed Halo Reach.
I was just about to say that.
Halo Reach is just a fantastic game, and it's sad to hear that was the game that finished off of Bungie from Halo, because I think they really they were the owners of it, and they were the masters of Halo. insult to 343, but they just don't have the I don't think they have the Halo formula down pat yet. Meanwhile, Bungie really got it down to science. Halo Reach especially, like I saw something on Twitter the other day which was talking about the backgrounds in Halo games that Bungie did, and they're freaking gorgeous. The amount of stuff that's going on in the background of a Halo game is excellent. But going back to the original question of the vehicle, I think just the Halo Reach Warthog is my favourite because I just loved Halo Reach the most.
Alex called me.
Sometimes nothing beats classic.
Oh.
Like the original light beer, brewed with great taste and only
Hello?
Oh, okay, my bad. I mean, I played Reach a lot just because one of my friends had it, and we just sit there and like they had like this. I forgot what it was called, but it was like this custom mode, and you could like spawn wherever you wanted, pretty much. And we just sit there like killing each other from across the map, that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just enjoyed it. It was a really fun game. I played that in 4, and I definitely would prefer Reach over Halo 4. I don't have any particular reasons, but I like the. It's not much of a different play style. I just kind of like Reach better.
I think what I liked a bit more about Reach, I found myself when I was playing 4 getting angry a lot more at the game than I did playing Halo Reach. Even during the single player stuff, which was not the best because I think it was angry over how the AI formed in 4. So I guess that might be something to consider in that regard, but Halo Reach as well is like I guess it was a disconnect from the Master Chief's story, but it was a well told disconnect. Sort of like well, I guess it's similar to Clone Wars in the respect that you knew that it was going to end badly if you knew the lore coming up to it. But the story that was told to get to that point is one of the best that's been told of the franchise.
Ice says his favorite ship is the one from the 3rd Mass Effect game, because how they updated and changed over 3 games.
Yeah, the Normandy is a fantastic ship too. That was a very close. It's probably my favorite spaceship of all time. Would be the Normandy. Just because you don't want to. Part of the reason you don't want to put a black light up against the walls in the Normandy, because you know what's going to be all over the walls in that ship.
Interesting.
If you've ever played Mass Effect, you know.
I hear black light, my mind instantly goes somewhere else. But all right.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to go there because that's what I'm referencing.
Oh, interesting.
No.
That game is known for sex scenes. Legit.
Thanks.
Now back to your regular scheduled program.
Yeah, back to the regular.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What's up?
I'll be honest, I didn't hear much, but I heard in like the last few minutes of what just happened. Makes sense.
What do you have to say about it?
Okay, back on track. Alex, what's your favorite spaceship or vehicle in sci-fi?
Shit, I don't know.
I think you should know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't necessarily have one actually.
Okay, and my next question is gonna be a rather tough question. Sci-fi weapons over the years, I don't remember when sci-fi first started appearing in video games or stuff like that. Definitely changed a lot. You go from the laser sword from Halo to a full-on laser cannon. What is y'all's favorite, not laser weapon, but sci-fi weapon?
I don't have a particular favorite.
Widowmaker.
The fucking up and atomizer from GTA.
Yeah. Fuck
Oh
There you
yeah.
go.
A lot of people love that thing. I've never bought it on GTA.
I got it for free because it was like they were giving it away during like Christmas or something. I think it was.
Oh, yeah, it was Christmas a while ago,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. Fucking
Shout out to GTA.
Yeah.
Technically,
GTA.
one of the
Playing it right now.
most profitable sci-fi games out there today, which is sad. But yeah,
Well, I mean, it predicts Los Angeles as a war zone, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there's like a civil war going on,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I guess going back to Halo as well, just a standard UNSC assault rifle that you run around with. That thing is fantastic.
I
Like in
love the
every game.
shotguns.
Oh, how it has like the digital bullet count?
Yeah, like that's
I
so
love
well
that.
done.
Oh,
Well,
that
I
was
saw
great.
a handgun that actually did something very similar to that in real life. I think I saw it on like Twitter or something.
What?
I'm gonna be surprised
it
if
was
that
like-
becomes more normal though.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really
Yeah, I
cool
wouldn't either.
concept.
Okay.
Um,
That'd be a rather interesting concept. I'm not sure how it would work in the real steel firearms trade, but
I mean, it would
I
just
mean-
be a digital counter of your main bullets and your magazine on your.
true. But how would you put that into a pistol format?
You could slide it, put it on the slide,
Yeah, that's where it is.
or
on the
LED
side.
display.
Ice
You should
Dragon
find it.
says the moon base and Independence Day resurgence, or also known as Independence Day 2. Yes. That thing was pretty cool. Mine's either the Death Star or a phaser from Star Trek. The big
Although,
old... Go ahead.
what's it? Another thing to consider is Warhammer 40k in weapons regard, because that series is known for just massive weapons like the freaking chainsaw machine guns. Like how can you go past that? Like Gears of
true.
War it's quite similar in that regard. The chainsaw, the buzzsaw on the end of your gun was pretty nuts.
Sorry, go ahead.
What else is there? I've forgotten what I was going to say. Please save me.
Okay. Do you guys think that some sci-fi could predict, or it's kind of predicting the future in a way?
Yeah.
It depends on which ones you're talking about.
Elaborate.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that it depends on like what is category, because there's multiple categories of sci-fi. Like there's such a wide variety of what can be considered sci-fi.
I think the most
Go
well-known
ahead, Stone.
sci-fi is going to influence the future, as we're going to emulate what we make off of what we've seen in sci-fi, I reckon.
True. For
Yeah,
example,
so-
sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you go first.
For example, NASA is creating something like a warp drive. So they admitted they were heavily influenced by Star Trek and I believe Star Wars. If Star Wars had warp drives, right?
Yeah, hyperdrive it's called, but yeah, similar, pretty much the same.
Similar concept.
Yeah.
So that and even some of the weapons, like you guys mentioned earlier, are starting to emulate more of a Star Wars blaster than a regular pistol. Yes and no, like depending on technology. Yes and no, like you could be what? Oh, like time travel. You could be either for the past or future. You can't really tell. Fair enough. I forgot how I was gonna. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Someone save me. Alright.
It's
I
sad
think
that
the aesthetics of a lot of sci-fi, a lot of the technology in the future is going to be influenced heavily by our sci-fi. So we're going to make things that look like what we've seen in sci-fi because that's what we imagine when we think of futuristic things. So I think our spaceships in general that NASA is going to make into the future are probably going to start looking a bit more like a a ship from Star Trek or a sci-fi ship. Because that's what we imagine. So that's what we're going to design is what we know. if
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. And someone mentioned time travel, right?
Yes.
So I was thinking about that, and it's kind of sad that I don't think it'd actually like be able to be a thing. Because time, if you really think about it, it's a human concept. Like it's not like an official, like actual, like.
Depends on who you
Thing.
ask.
Yes and no.
Well-
I disagree with that.
Well, because
Yeah.
you can't go back in time because time was a thing we created.
But it's not.
It is though,
It-
because look,
If you
look.
if you
like-
subscribe to the
Hold on.
Einstein thing of space-time, that time is actually a physical construct that we just cannot perceive,
Grasp.
that we cannot touch, but grasp physically. But it is a genuine concept. That is real. Yeah. So again, it depends on who you ask, rather than is it real or not. I think because some physicists would say yes, and some probably wouldn't. Yeah. Again, it's not a part of science that we know particularly well, because it's so far on the fringes of physics at the current time that we can't, as standard bumpkins we are, can't really grasp it as of yet.
Why is my screen black?
Sure.
Anyway, keep talking.
I definitely get what you're saying. That's like, there's points to both sides of it. We don't even know at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to discuss with any certainty.
Exactly, because we don't know. Like it could most definitely be a thing. Like, shit, time travel would be amazing. I'd love that. But at the same time, is it good? Like, what would it really help with? I mean, of course, there's things that you can go back and do that you can like save certain things, right? Let's prevent World War II from even happening. What would happen in the future? Like, there'd be like huge changes if you would change certain stuff. Like the what was that? It's like this effect. I forgot what it's called. But it has a specific name to it. I can't think of it right now, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you could change something, not thinking about the consequences, and it can completely alter history.
Yeah. So what you change in the past is what going to change radically into the future.
Look at Back to the Future, the whole series. Like in the first one, his picture's fading away because he gets his mom to accidentally fall in love with him. You know what I mean?
Well,
He accidentally gets his you know what I mean? Hey, have you watched it?
I have
Yeah,
not.
I've watched all three of them.
Yeah,
I
and like
get
at
what you
the
mean.
prom, she like he starts fading away because she doesn't like. You know what I mean? Like it like.
Yeah, and then
it
we've got
changes it.
bloody the Marvel theory of time travel, which is doesn't matter what you change now because it's, I think, how they explain it, doesn't matter what you change now because when you go to the past to change something, your future has become that past. So it's almost like a circular thing rather than a straight linear line. Then there's also, the most famous time story travel of all time, other than Back to the Future, Doctor Who. Like, they have their own
Ooh,
theory.
I
of
love
time
Doctor
travel
Who.
as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love Doctor Who as well. A lot of people hate it these days, though.
Yeah, well, people are.
I know people mean they shouldn't hate on Doctor Who because it's fantastic. Love my wibbly wobbly time stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and stream. I'm gonna go and switch my Be Right Back stream. We are gonna mute, but we will be back shortly. Dude, I love
How's
this
it
song.
hanging?
Just listen to the song.
New song, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn down my mic. We're just gonna listen to the song and do the first one. Alright, just had to enjoy the new song.
Cocktail ring.
Now we're back. Woo! We did it.
You have a
We did
friend
it.
in the jewelry
All right. Ice brought up a good point. Like, it could affect the life of the person traveling through time. Is it traveling the past, make you young? Wait. Still. Are you worried about, like, are you talking about when, if you, like, run into it, like, yourself? Like, how would that affect it? Or are you talking about something different? Dude, the song.
The question,
So, wait, so, like-
the question I find with time travel is, if we have invented time travel, if it's possible in the very near future, why haven't, if it's popular enough to, to be well known, why haven't any of us seen that yet? Or is it like, why hasn't anyone come back to see us yet?
Oh yeah, because someone's from the future, and
Or
then time
maybe
travel's a
they-
thing in the future.
Or maybe they have and we just don't know. Like, you know what
The
I
only
mean?
way I could find a way around that answer is time travel is possible, but it's only for the super mega rich and famous.
Yeah, like only specific people who can be
There was a
trusted with time
picture
travel.
that like resurfaced. I think it's from like the 50s or something, but it was of a picture of a bunch of people in a group, and then one person was wearing like modern clothing, like something we would wear today, compared to like what people had worn back then in like the 50s.
Are you sure
Like,
it just
it was-
wasn't Photoshop?
I'm not. I don't know, but it was a picture that resurfaced. I think like a couple months ago. I'm not sure if I can
I've
still
seen
find
that
it.
picture though.
Yeah.
If someone can find
Yeah,
that
no,
picture,
I
then-
feel like it's photoshopped, or it's from something. It's from something else. Like a picture that keeps coming up on the internet is of someone that's wearing a World War One soldier's uniform, but is dabbing on a picture on a ship. And they keep saying, but no, that's actually from a movie. I think it's from Dunkirk or something. Like, and they just made it black and white. It was an extra from Dunkirk that did it. So it could be a picture from something like that.
Oh, he
Or-
brings up a good point. Sorry, Storm, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was done. You go.
I says,
Yeah,
let's say if
he's-
you prevent World War II, it would ruin the history of any country.
Well, it wouldn't ruin the history of Poland.
Well,
It would save Poland.
Poland.
Because, well, no, think about it. Because the Germans, they invaded Poland, right? And that's what kind of set it up. And Poland, they were doing great before they got invaded. Like, their economy was pretty stable. Then they
Right.
got invaded,
Poland's-
and it completely crushed their whole system.
Poland
broke
wasn't
them.
doing fantastic before World War II, but it
Well,
certainly is.
they weren't the first power, of course. Like, they weren't the best state, or the best country.
Well,
my bad.
they weren't. I think they were only a country since the end of World War One.
Well, so they
because
just started.
Yeah.
But they were doing well
Um,
for them just starting, is what I'm saying. They weren't like great, but they were pretty stable.
Gonna go back to that picture that Alex sent off topic. That's very photoshopped.
My apologies.
You're good. The dude,
Well-
if you look closely, the dude is very pixelated.
Where?
And off topic.
Oh,
Well, so is
you
everyone
can see him,
else.
He's stuck over the top.
But he's
Well, everyone is very pixelated. They're about
Yeah,
to-
but
He looks
he's
about as
more so.
pixelated as everyone else.
is he the one in the middle, right there?
with the hoodie on.
He's the.
Well, he
Yeah,
looks like
he's
he's
the
just
one with the
wearing a
glasses.
hoodie with the black shirt.
But this isn't the
He's also
50s.
wearing sunglasses.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one.
Those
wearing
just look like his
sunglasses.
eyes.
Here, I'm
No,
gonna go
no,
to
you're-
post this.
Oh,
and-
you're talking about the dude in the black hoodie.
Wow.
I was looking at the dude in the middle, like with the bright white hoodie.
That's what I
It
was
almost
looking at
looks like a
too. What the fuck?
hoodie. Yeah.
No, the
That's
guy
a
on the right,
jacket,
he's, like,
guys,
taller
that's a
than
Yeah,
us, he's wearing
jacket.
sunglasses.
And
Very
his haircut isn't like the rest of it.
Exactly.
Like that's a more modern. Because back then they'd either just comb over or.
Can you
They didn't-
post a link to that in YouTube?
I mean, because that looks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That doesn't look like a filter. That looks like straight up like 50s camera, 40s camera.
Yeah, but it's way too exposed.
It's the shadows. They look at right below his
Yeah, I mean, the shadows are
eyeglasses.
right.
I mean, with his ear, it like the ear blocks off that little part right there, and it looks like the shadows are right. Like
don't
there's
know.
sun on the back of his neck. It looks like the sun's all coming from the same direction because it's behind everybody.
I like the dude on the far left's tie though.
Oh, I know he got that stripy tie. Why does
I
he
don't-
look
I mean,
like?
yeah, everything
Have
does
you guys
look
played
like.
Eleanor?
Yeah,
Why does he look like the detective boss?
that's what I was thinking. But I don't. This doesn't look right to me, and it could just because I've been playing a lot with Photoshop lately.
It could definitely be Photoshop because there's people that are talented with that shit and they can make anything look fucking real. But
I have taken a class in Photoshop, and that looks like it'd be really, really, really hard to recreate as like a
Okay.
fake photo.
Do you
I
guys
mean,
see
he
the
does
white?
look like he matches everything else. Like the
and
colors.
they'd have to completely cover somebody up from that spot because there's just an open spot where he's at. That would
It could be
unless someone
something.
was right there.
It could be something. I'm not saying. I don't like this song.
You know, do I?
I'm not too sure. It's. I don't know. Storm, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm. Look, it's hard to say, but it is a very good. If it is a Photoshop, it's a pretty good one. However,
Yeah, like if that was Photoshop, that's A1. That's amazing.
Another thing, if it's from the 50s, that's a very clear photo for the 50s.
Or
nah,
whenever
well,
it was. I'm
photos
not
were
sure
pretty good by
exactly
the
when
time
it
you got to
was.
the 1940s.
Yeah,
True,
they,
but
Still cameras were getting relatively good.
you know what's bugging me?
What's
Look at
bugging
the-
me is the fact that he is obviously standing like in front of like the person in front and the person behind look like they're standing pretty close together. So
Mhm.
that's where I'd find the problem with it, rather than how
It was
he looks,
taken-
where he's standing.
Sorry, but it was taken April of 1941 at the reopening of the South Forks Bridge. Sure
Interesting.
that is.
Can you see if you
So-
can post a link?
Yeah, I'll post a link to the news article.
Try to find one of the same guy, but at a different angle.
Did someone else join without me noticing? Yo, Jackson!
I've known
been
him
in
since the start.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Jackson. For some reason, I didn't see him when we began, but welcome.
What's up?
Another thing that's bugging me with that photo, though, is look at the White House. Like, do you guys see that White House in the background?
the White House.
Not the White House, the house that's kind of
Okay,
white.
the one. So if you look where the cars are lining up at, right? It's like
Yeah.
slightly off to the right,
Yes.
far distance
Now drag
pretty
your
far away.
mouse to the front of the picture.
to the front of the picture. What about it? That person with the really light hair.
No. Do you see that line of the shadows?
It's really bright right there.
But it's
That's all I
really
see.
dark on one side. Like one side is really light and another side's really dark.
Like the back side's dark where the guy's standing, and the front side is really
That
light. Is
bugs
that what you're
me.
saying?
Yes.
Well, but I think that's just the way they're standing. Since they're so close together, there's just like
It could be, yes. But I don't. It's hard to say. It is very
well, it's
hard
because
to say.
those people from the back. Oh, I mean, I don't know. We'd have to find the original picture if we can. If we find the original picture without him in it, then we know it's Photoshop.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
But he could very well be in that because, okay, hoodies didn't they become like a more of like a thing that like it was more of a casual wear in starting in like the 80s, late 70s, right? Something like that.
I'm
So no,
sorry,
back in
what?
the 40s they did not have hoodies like that.
No, they did not.
Or if they did, they were more of like a more hardier thing used
What was the picture or the article called? The
Well,
grand reopening.
it's in your chat. Let me look it up.
We're gonna do some investigating here, folks. Totally off topic, but hey.
Okay.
It's to do with the topic of time travel, so it is sci-fi.
That's true.
That was a really good picture to bring up, though.
It was.
It looks really real, but at the same time, there's a couple of things that could be off about it. Like, all right, so let's start. Let's look at in front of him, right?
Yes.
The lady that's standing right there.
Yep.
It looks like they were taken and pushed forward a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were like copy pasted forward, like right next to where these guys are, and they made room for him, and then slapped that old couple right next to him.
Slapped.
What? You
This
know what I
picture
mean?
was taken from the
Like
same
that
event. I'm
down.
not sure if that's the same guy, but it's an off topic.
Oh, so that's just from a
Oh,
different angle. See,
I
that is him.
found
'Cause
something
he's the
disproving it.
tallest, and that's the back side of his head. Right there.
That's,
Yeah,
that's debatable.
and he's like one of the only people not wearing a hat.
I was
so-
just about to say that the guy behind him, that could possibly be him. You could see his hat.
That's
You see what he
debatable.
is.
That picture is highly debatable.
It's definitely debatable. That's why we're debating.
Yeah.
Why is he so tall?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Is that
Yeah,
he could.
Yeah, each generation technically gets, like, statistically gets a half inch taller. So,
But I mean, it definitely doesn't just like there could have been someone that was a bit taller in those days because it's just genetic anomalies.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
true. I don't know. I can't find anything. Oh. Interesting. It could possibly, I'm not gonna dispute it. It could possibly be evidence. I'm just not 100% certain myself that it is. See you later, Ice. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know. Does anyone else have any further thoughts?
Right. Well, I guess going back to, oh, hang on, time travel in general. I think they have figured out a way technically of traveling forward in time really quickly. I think it's basically just travel at freaking light speed, which I think is what's the movie Interstellar's mostly about. But
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
traveling back in time. Like what reason would this guy have though to go back in time to go watch a bridge being opened?
Curiosity.
I mean, if you're gonna go watch a bridge being reopened, why not watch the Brooklyn Bridge or the Sydney Harbour Bridge or something that's got a bit more significance?
It could have
Maybe-
like something to do like family related.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's something that
Maybe.
that's something like his family helped build that or just construct that, you know.
Yeah.
So
I
it
don't
could
know.
just be personal and important. Oh my god, damn!
And then it comes to the question of why is he the only one that's been found then? If that's the case. Like, why is he the only one that's been found to have gone back in time? Like, why wouldn't there be many more pictures of people just going back and watching, I don't know, their parents' bloody marriage or something, or
Again, maybe people are just more careful. Maybe this guy was sloppy. Or maybe, to get into dip into conspiracy theories a little bit here. Maybe the government has wiped them.
During these uncertain times.
And then again, why did they miss that one?
The perfect relaxation tool.
It has nothing significant.
Whimsical meditation
Just a dude
studio
standing and watching a bridge being built.
corals, perfect for brightening your day and reducing noise from the outside world. Watch
Right.
the free underwater world
Doesn't seem any
meditation
less
video by
significant
clicking
than-
the button on your screen.
Than any other picture of possible time travel.
True. I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons to dispute this picture, but there could be a lot of reasons for this picture. And I feel like, you know, Storm said earlier, time is something you can't grasp. But I would love to go back and witness the Revolutionary War, or America being founded, or something.
I don't want to go back to that part of time because people stank.
Fair enough. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a funny topic, but certainly a good one. Time travel. Sorry, I'm eating chocolate.
Oh, you're not sharing?
Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Didn't melt by the time I get to you guys.
Fair enough. I feel like time travel in itself could be a whole separate podcast.
Yeah. Time travel is like the ultimate sci-fi.
Kind of want to head on it again. Interesting. All right. Does anyone have any final thoughts or any other topics they want to hit on with sci-fi?
No.
Are we done?
I don't have anything else to add personally.
All right. Find a different song for this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you coming back and watching another SCRP live podcast. I'm hoping to do some live streams of us RPing in the future. I do have to get my Xbox speakers working so I can use an Elgato. If you have any future questions, comments, concerns about the community, feel free to shoot me a comment and I'll reply. Make sure to check the description, which I have to update on the previous podcast, and for a Discord link, as well as a way to reach myself, whether it be Twitter, Discord, or something else. Once again, appreciate you coming by. Gentlemen, do you want to say goodnight?
Sure.
Yeah. Enjoy your night, everyone.
I'm killing bugs.
I'm sorry, what?
I lift up a paw and then a bunch of bugs just scatter out from it, going everywhere, like, all across the yard. So I'm dealing with a bug problem right now.
Interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Where
girls
you
of all
fuckers at?
ages, aliens of different planets. I wish you